Good day everyone. Today we will talk about something that happens every time a major typhoon hits the Philippines, the declarations of a state of calamity. But here's the questions. Do you really know what this means? Is it just an announcement on TV or does it have a serious legal implications? Let's find out. Tuwing binabayo ng bagyo ang Pilipinas, madalas nating marinig na dinideklara ng presidente ang state of calamity. Pero naisip nyo ba, ano ba ang epekto nito? At sino ba talaga ang may kapangyarihang magdeklara nito? Ngayon, ididiscuss ko ang lahat, sino ang pwedeng magdeklara, ano ang legal na basihan, at ano ang totoong epekto nito. Maraming akala na ang presidente lang ang pwedeng magdeklara, but that's not true. Yes, the president can declare a state of calamity nationwide or sa ilang regions based sa recommendations ng NDRRMC. Pero the local government units gaya ng provinces, cities at municipalities pwede ring magdeklara ng local state of calamity sa kanilang lugar. Saan galing ang authority na ito? Una, sa 1987 Constitution, Article 7, Section 17, sinasabi na ang presidente ay may control sa lahat ng executive departments at dapat tiyakin na naipapatupad ang batas. Meron din tayong Republic Act 1012-1 o ang Philippine Disaster Risk Reductions and Management Act. Plus the Republic Act 7160 o ang Local Government Code at iba pang batas gaya ng Republic Act 7581, 8178, 7305 at 8439. Ano ang pagkakaiba ng scopes? Ang President's declarations ay pwedeng buong bansa o ilang rehiyon. Kapag dineklara ito, gumagana ang national level mechanism gaya ng price control, mobilization ng national resources, at pagtanggap ng international aid. Samantalang LGUs, pwede lang sa kanilang area, province, city, or municipality para ma-access nila ang local disaster funds at makapag-implement ng local emergency measures. Ito na yung pinaka-importanting part. Ang legal effects kapag dineklara ang state of calamity, may 7 epekto. Una, ang automatic price control, presyo ng basic goods freeze under the Price Act. Pangalawa, ang authorization to import rice para matiyak na may sapat na supply. Pangatlo, ang automatic appropriations of calamity funds para mabilis ang response. Pang-apat, LGUs may enact supplemental budgets for emergency needs. Panglima, hazard allowance for health workers, extra pay para sa risk nila. Pang-anim, ang hazard allowance for science and tech personnel para sa mga tumutulong sa disaster response. At pampito, ang crimes during calamity are aggravating circumstance. Mas mabigat ang parusa sa mga krimen during calamity. Kaya hindi lang ito announcement, may totoong epekto ito sa ekonomiya, governance at public safety. Why is this important? Because these declarations protects the public by ensuring fair prices, mobilizing funds, and giving hazard pay to our frontliners. It also allows the government to respond quickly and imposes stricter penalties on those who take advantage of people during disasters. In short, the declarations of a state of calamity is a critical legal tool for disaster management. So next time you hear that the Philippines is under a state of calamity, you will know it's more than just a headline. It's a legal shield to protect lives, properties, and economic stability. Thank you. Again, this is JM, and remember, I will always be your law companion.